I move for no man, no man, no man, no man, no man. We'll call it a draw. Just a flesh wound, just a flesh wound.
So what's up, motherfuckers? Motherfuckers. So I was telling Gary that I think I might have COVID. I was in Jersey, and there were a lot of sick people on the plane.
A lot of sick people in Jersey altogether. Even before COVID.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, I'm not. The climate was excellent, though. It was a nice change of pace for me.
I mean, Jersey City's pretty nice. You said you were in Jersey City, right?
Yeah. There's a lot of like buildings. It's really clean.
Yeah, for the most part.
I didn't see any fucking homeless. So
that's actually surprising. I would have figured there'd be more in Jersey City.
Yeah,
it's a wealthy area.
It's hard to come by cities.
I think Jersey City or Hoboken, one or the other, topped San Francisco for highest cost of living recently.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. I could be wrong. It was just like a stray article that I saw, so I could be dead wrong about that. I remember when I was looking for places to live near New York, because Hoboken, Jersey City, and Secaucus are probably the closest in terms of like transit time, when you take like various types of trains and stuff like that. And the reason I chose Secaucus was because Secaucus was the cheapest by far out of all of them in terms of like cost of living. Like, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think my apartment in Secaucus was like about $3,000 a month for a 3-bedroom. That same apartment probably would have cost me $4,000 a month in Hoboken, and then over $5,000 a month in Jersey City.
Yeah, my buddy has a spot in Hoboken. He was just telling me he moved from New York City, and it was $3,000 a month, and it's a 1-bedroom, and he was like psyched about it. And I was like, "You're out of your fucking mind."
And all this time, I was thinking that you just like
that's what I'm paying for a 4-bedroom house here in Austin with a backyard, like a giant backyard.
Yeah, my mortgage is half that.
Gary,
yeah.
Did you see how Chris took his beanie off and has perfectly combed hair?
Oh hell yeah, man!
you guys always talk shit about my hair being like perfect. I go spend time doing it. I don't need to.
You were just born that way. You came out of your mom's vagina just like that.
I told my boys when I die that I want my tombstone to read "real piece of shit, great hair, real piece of shit, but great hair." That's all I need.
Highly polished turd.
Yeah.
Chris, how's the weather over there?
So we are about to get hit by Hurricane Nicole. Very late season tropical storm that potentially could be a hurricane. Is going to run up the East Coast and then cross over to Tampa. I think it landfalls overnight.
Hey guys, this episode is sponsored by Chimera Coffee. Use promo code FLESH25 for 25% off all products. If you love coffee and you buy coffee, then stop doing that right now and hook us up and buy Chimera Coffee at chimeracoffee.com. Yeah.
This guy, Dante Rivera, that we trained with back in Jersey, fought in the UFC and stuff too. He would have a different fucking puppy with him. Probably like once a month. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is going on right now?
Was he like using it to like pull chicks?
I mean, I assume that's what the point of the dogs were. Either that or he's stealing random people's dogs. Like, I have no idea.
I mean, you could foster dogs. Like, fostering is a thing.
Yeah.
So now that he's won, he's got to go. Time for a new
one.
Time for a new one.
It's like, what
if they're not puppies, girls don't like them.
Leo?
Who were they making fun of for dating super young chicks? Leo, right?
Yeah.
Once they turn 24 or 25 or whatever.
25, that's it. He gives them the axe. But it's like it's actually true. Like if you look at his timeline,
God bless him.
It's like true.
John tells a story.
I mean,
John tells a story
if you're Leo,
about,
you can do whatever you want.
As he should, man. John tells a story about being at this like some like wealthy, banquet sort of thing, and it's like full of a bunch of like actors, actresses, and this one guy comes in with like a 19-year-old girlfriend or something like that, and he has this friend of his who is kind of eccentric, just like a crazy guy who doesn't really belong in that group at all. And he's at the table with a bunch of these people who are criticizing the guy that brought in like the very young girlfriend. Because he's like, the guy that brought in the young girlfriend's like in his 40s or something like that. And this guy hears these people criticizing, and he starts to get more and more like frantic. Like something is building inside of him, like it's gonna burst out. So he finally hears one more person criticize. He goes, "What? Does you guys have a problem with this?" He goes, "That's the whole fucking point. He's supposed to date somebody younger than him. What are you talking about? That's the whole fucking point."
And this is a true story?
Oh, I mean, who the fuck knows? John is a master of both coaching as well as storytelling, and I have heard stories that he has told by other individuals, and they're slightly different. I'd say never let the truth get in the way of a good story. So definitely one of his policies.
He gathers everybody by the gym, like telling campfire tales.
Oh hell yeah, man, dude! That's half the reason that I was excited to go to training at fucking 5 o'clock in the morning. Leave for fucking Henzo's and driving 2 hours of traffic.
Gary, did a lot of people get staph infection in Henzo's? Because when I went to go visit, it was like I felt like it was very humid down there.
I'm not sure if I remember. I don't know when you came timeline wise, but
it was pretty
there
cold
was a
out.
period of time where they didn't have air conditioning, and it was a significant period of time. Like we were training there for years with no air conditioning.
That's like a fucking petri dish.
Yeah, so it was just super hot and sweaty, but eventually they did get AC, so it's more comfortable down there for sure. But yeah, there was definitely a period of time where it was pretty rough.
God damn, that's rough. Rolling around with bodies, that must smell great.
Do you ever go visit, Gary? Do you ever go back?
Yeah, occasionally when I go back to New York, I'll pop in there, spar a little bit with some of the guys and stuff. I still have friends that train there, obviously. So.
How's the Austin Jit scene like?
Jiu-jitsu, they have a decent amount of jiu-jitsu over here. I wouldn't say like they have a decent amount of like crazy high level. Like, I mean, now that we moved here, so there's us, B team, and now and there's also Shanji Hibero moved over this way. So he teaches. He's a multiple time world champion and ADCC vet. So he's probably the next best guy out here. So there's a decent amount of jiu-jitsu. MMA, it's pretty vacant though. There's really not like a crazy amount of like striking, and even like even forget MMA. Like I just don't think there's like a huge amount of striking, at least out in Austin, from what I've seen and from what I've heard.
Isn't that a problem for you, Gary? Don't you
Not
need
really.
like
John coaches me and everything, so it is what it is. Like it's.
What about
not,
like getting looks?
In terms of training
sparring?
partners, I just fly a bunch of people in. I'm a bougie bitch now, so I just go, yo.
You throw money at them.
I got a fight coming up too, but I can't mention details. But so I'm gonna be doing that. Also, the only detail I'll mention is that the guy that I'm probably fighting, unless something crazy happens and he pulls out, is like wrestling, is a wrestling guy more than anything else, I think. So that should be interesting. We'll see how it goes. That
kind of favors you.
Yeah, I think so. There's a couple guys in the division like that. The guy that just called me out, I'm not fighting him, but the guy that just called me out is like very much predominant wrestling. They brought in some like undefeated guys from Russia and Dagestan and shit. So one of them's like a super tough kickboxer, and the other one's like a super tough wrestler. But I'm not fighting either of those guys, but at some point I'm sure I will.
All those guys are fucking tough. All those
Uzbek,
Kazakhs, Russian dudes.
Gary, what about the dude that is a champ? Has he had?
Yeah.
Because I don't really follow his.
I think
his career. Has he fought after
fought
you?
And lost, if I'm not mistaken. I think
really
he might have lost somebody. I don't remember who it was.
Yeah, he lost his last fight.
Yeah.
I think they're fighting a rematch, but
Yeah,
that was over the summer. I think it was
How?
August. I believe it was. Did he get stopped? I don't think so. I think it was a decision.
probably a decision if I had to guess.
Yeah, I think it was a decision.
How funny would it be like if the guy that beat him via heel hook and did exactly
Gary's
what
like,
Garry
"Fuck!"
did, but did it right.
Actually, you know what? I'd be pumped because I would just be like, well, you
Oh,
see,
okay. It still works. It can still work
see
on
you
him.
fucking pussies. I just suck. It has nothing to do with leg locks not working.
It has nothing to do with my game plan.
Yeah, exactly. Just execution.
What do you guys think about the fight on Saturday? Israel versus
Oh, that's exciting, man.
Tejeda.
I mean, I think if Israel's smart, I think it's an easy fight for him. But if he decides that it's going to be a pissing contest, maybe not so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think that Israel has he's just spent more time in the cage, and I think that's going to be the difference. I think he's just going to be more comfortable. And if you saw the kickboxing fight when they fought, you know, like it was close. Izzy was winning at times, most of the fight, and then but Pereira is just so dangerous. He came on and he clipped him and put him away.
That's the one thing too, though, is like whatever, however dangerous he is in kickboxing with those gloves, is going to be far more dangerous in MMA, I think. So it's definitely like it. No matter what, like I think it's going to be an easy fight for Izzy, but I also think like
It's always
he's
he's
know-
always
at any
takes
point
one.
in time it could all be over.
You know what I don't understand is how he cuts down to 185. The
Ooh,
guy's
he's huge.
He's 6'3", 220 pounds.
That's actually he's 85. You said they're fighting. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
actually not that big of a cut for 85ers, to be honest.
Yeah,
I don't know, dude. I saw him next to
There's 70 pounders that make that cut.
it's crazy.
who's that kid who fought he got knocked out by the Polish guy. He knocked out Chris Weidman.
Dominic Cruz.
Yeah, Dominic Cruz. He's a big dude. He played football at my college, and there's a picture of Pereira next to him, and he's way bigger, which is crazy because he's a 205er.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't know how much he really comes down from, but he's a big dude.
Yeah, weight cutting is just kind of crazy nowadays. There's so much.
It's not.
People are able to cut a lot, man.
I'm sorry, that's not Dominic Cruz. It's Dominic Reyes.
Dominic Reyes. I heard
when
Dominic. And I was like,
when you said that, I was like, but like I'm also a little bit of a retard, and I don't follow fighting that much. So I'm like, man, maybe there's a bigger Dominic Cruz out there. And I was thinking,
Yeah,
I think he might mean Dominic Reyes. Yeah, but
Yeah, you should have said
now
something.
so now you guys both know that if you have a fucking booger in your nose, I'm not gonna fucking tell you about it.
You're gonna be that guy.
Just gonna let it go.
you're that guy.
No, to be honest, it was more out of embarrassment of myself. I was like, fuck, like I don't want to be wrong about this. So I just let you guys be wrong instead.
I feel like I do have a booger on my nose. I literally just got out of the gym. I was off the time because we had the fucking daylight savings time, which I don't know why we still do that. Messed up the time.
Yeah, kind of weird.
Frank, you don't have daylight savings times, right? There's no change in your country.
No.
That's fucking. See that? How come we have to do it? This is stupid.
We just don't want to do it.
Yeah, you guys are cool.
We chose not to.
Yeah.
You know?
We could do that, but
We don't want to follow your trend. So
Yeah.
there you go.
fucking bullshit.
On Saturday we had in the Dominican Republic the most rain that's ever hit us in the last 40 years.
Damn.
Really?
Yeah, like it was
Just in a single day or a period
in a single
of time?
day.
Or?
No, like one day. It was
Wow.
insane. It was insane. Like the cars
A lot
were
of flooding?
Yeah, the cars were like floating on the street.
Wow.
You think it's climate
That's
change,
crazy.
bro? Is that you one of those?
No, I didn't say that. I actually I actually don't know what to think about climate change.
You know what?
I don't
You know what
either.
it probably is. It's probably obviously the unvaccinated people are responsible for this.
I mean,
Blame it on COVID.
look at Frank. Obviously, he's not vaccinated.
Yeah. I'm an anti-vaxxer and I've gotten COVID 10 times. I'm just stubborn like that. Fuck COVID. It's not going to beat me. 10 more times.
My family's had it like
I'll
3-4 times at least.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Just 10 times. Who gives a fuck?
Oh, man.
My bones hurt.
You were just in Jersey City. You could survive anything. You're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's if that's all you got out clean, bro.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've been pissing some weird purplish color.
I was gonna say, COVID goes away. There are things you could have got in Jersey City that don't.
Right. Right.
Dude, you know what I did notice that? So I went to New York twice, the city. It's filthy.
Fucked up. Yeah, it's
Oh,
disgusting.
yeah.
Dirty. It's dirty.
Yeah.
Dude, and one thing that really like bothered me was I went to a CBS, or was it or is it Duane and Reed? Well, I went to one of those pharmacies, and when I was doing the self checkout, I had random homelesses come to me with products, like for me to swipe, like get this for me, and it wasn't please. Can you like hook me up? It was like you need to get me this, like now.
Did I tell you guys the story on the last podcast of the homeless guy burning shit?
No.
No.
Remind me of the booger bump after that, after your story.
What?
Just tell me your story and I'll tell you about the booger bump.
Okay. So like when last time I was in New York, I experienced some homeless craziness too. So I'm eating in a Mexican restaurant with Amanda, and I start hearing a crazy homeless person yelling, and like that's pretty normal for New York. Like I mean, it's whatever, you know, you're kind of desensitized to that sort of thing. I mean, Austin as well, like, you know, having a crazy homeless person start screaming is not really I mean, my first mistake was eating outside at the Mexican restaurant. I was like, oh, it's a nice day out. And I'm like, oh yeah, you fucking idiot. You got a bunch of you're in New York City. You got a bunch of fucking psychopaths. Not a good place to eat outside. But anyway, I start hearing him screaming and yelling. So I'm kind of like half paying attention. And then I look over and I see him lighting something on fire. So he's taking like business cards or like a piece of paper or a receipt or something, and he's lighting it on fire. You guys know those terminals that they put up in New York that have like Wi-Fi and you can charge your cell phone and fucking all that shit. So he's at one of those, and he's shoving the shit that he's lighting on fire into one of those terminals, and up at the top, it's like smoking out the top. So I'm like, nice. At this point, I'm like, okay, like, you know, crazy homeless person's one thing, but like he starts lighting things on fire. I'm like, I should probably call the police. So I call the police. I'm like, hey guys, crazy homeless person over here. I know that's pretty standard for New York City, you know, nothing major, but he's also lighting things on fire. So if you guys choose not to come, you might have to come 20 minutes from now anyway when the fucking building's on fire. I don't know, you know. So sure enough, I learned something new from this experience. It's that if you want the fucking police to come, mention fire, because they were there like this, bro. Because I've called the police in New York City before, and it took them hours to fucking show up. Because I heard somebody, I was at Amanda's apartment, and I heard somebody screaming, no, no, like they were being murdered. And I'm trying to communicate this to a police officer, and they're like, you know, call us in like 30 minutes if it's still happening. I'm like, what? You know, so like it took hours for them to respond. But this, they were there in a second, dude. Like they were there in a minute. So they start talking to this guy, and obviously at the time that they show up, he's no longer lighting things on fire. He was waving a lighter at people as they were walking by and shit too. So he walks away. Now, just to show you how desensitized everybody is, the homeless guy starts walking in our direction after the cops leave. And everybody else presumably has seen or at least heard this psychopath fucking screaming this whole time, and he's still screaming in a language I don't understand half the time. Sometimes he's speaking English. So I stand up. Like, I'm not sitting down and pretending like nothing's wrong and eating my dinner and then having this guy pull out a shank and stabbing me in the neck while I'm like pretending that there's not a crazy person there. Everybody else is just
which is plausible in New York City.
Just pretend he's not there.
Like, I get that.
And then you get hit over the head
that.
with like
but
a
once
fucking
they're in a distance
chair.
where they could fucking kill you, no,
Yeah.
man. I refused to sit down until he was gone. So he starts walking by and then he starts yelling the fucking N-word left and right about. I was just like, what the fuck is going on? What? Oh, I forgot the best part. He's dressed in fucking pajamas. He's in pajamas with a children's camera wrapped around his neck. He's in pajamas, children's camera wrapped around his neck, and like shittily red hair dye in his fucking hair. It was the weirdest fucking thing.
So what'd you do?
If they're in stabbing or jerk off distance, you got to be careful.
Where's the part in the story where you say that you broke his arm or something?
Dude, I'm sorry. I'm sorry it didn't end that way. I wish it did.
Also, no one would have cared watching. They'd be like, oh, okay.
No, yeah, they just would have kept
move it
fucking
along.
fucking psycho.
Thought you were
And
there
it's totally normal for somebody to be lighting shit on fire and screaming at the top of their lungs.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. But like, you know what? It's not just that they were like somewhat ignored. It's like, I don't know, man. Like, they like weren't even like, they didn't even have their wits about them. That's what bothers. Like, I don't know, man. When somebody's acting erratically around me, like, I can't not at least pay partial attention to what's going on. Because you like, don't be stupid. Like, at any point in time, this could become a dangerous situation. I don't know how people pretend like it's not like that could never happen to them.
It's probably a good idea when someone's acting like erratic. You know, you never know what the fuck is gonna pop off.
Just be ready, bro. Just be ready. At least be facing the guy or something.
Be ready at all times.
That's a great point. So I was in DR actually. I was in Santo Domingo for a fight. I've told you about this when that riot broke out. But all week while I'm down there, I'm helping somebody who's fighting, helping them cut the weight. And so I'm off. So I'm having Presidentes at the pool. I'm having Presidentes after the gym, whatever. We go to the fights, and I'm with world famous referee Steve Smoger. And Steve goes, "Hey, Chrissy, you gonna have a little Presidente while we watch your fights?" And I remember walking into this place, and it was like in a big gym, like school gymnasium, and there's people in like all over. And I mean, just kind of erratic looking, exactly like what Garry was saying. I'm just looking around all day. I'm like, you know what, Steve? And I don't see any security, and I don't see anybody with guns. So I'm like, you know what, Steve? I think I'm gonna keep my wits about me tonight, and I'm gonna make sure that, you know, I'm staying sharp. You know, we got a job to do tonight. And he's like, yeah, see you. I go to our coach, and I'm like, soon as Curtis Stevens, he's the main event, we got to get out of here. Oh yeah, no, nephew, definitely, we're gonna get out of here right away. I'm like, no, I'm telling you, like, right away. Like, let's not even hang out in the ring. Let's get the fuck out. We're not taking pictures. We need to just. I got a bad feeling. He's like, okay, yeah, don't worry about it. We fine here. We're good here. We're good here. We got security. I'm like, not for this many people. And because we had security with guns, but like it was still, we had like 3 guys, and there was like 200 people in there. Our guy wins. He was fighting the hometown boy, getting really, really ruckus. Bro, the final bell rings.
Was it like a unanimous decision or what?
No. The hometown guy's actually doing well in the fight in the first 2 rounds.
Okay.
And then just kind of quits out of the blue. He gets hit with a shot, keeps fighting, goes back to the corner, doesn't get out. They think that it was like crooked or fixed. The kid quit, but whatever. They thought whatever. They start launching bottles. Beer bottles. That was another thing. Like they were giving us the beer bottles instead of like putting them in cups.
Damn, bro.
Boom, 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 boom. Then they start coming in sideways. Yeah, we're in DR. You got some of the best pitchers in the world down there.
Oh yeah, you're getting fucking curveballs, sliders, sinkers, knuckleballs.
I'm hearing explosions. They're beer bottles, half full beer bottles. I'm like, boom, boom. Oh my god. They had like little like plastic tables. I'm using the table to knock beer bottles out of the sky. Curtis Stevens gets hit in the head, splits his head open. Blood is shooting out of his head now. We carry him. We're running to the locker room. We barricade ourselves in the locker room. We got a gang of people trying to kick in the door. We're in there. Lights go out. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yo, like a zombie movie, and then everybody's outside.
legit, and everybody's banging, boom, boom. Next thing I know, my two boys from Brooklyn, they're Jamaican, the Burrell brothers. They're actually twins. I hear a bottle smash right behind me. Boom! I look, and Scotty Burrell has a broken bottle in his hand. He goes, "Bro, we're gonna have to fight our way out of here." And I'm like, "Yes, we are. That's a good thing." Fuck. And then Curtis now is on the ground. He's getting worked on by our cut man, but he can't see. There's no light.
Wait. This is the guy that just fought?
Yes. Like still in his trunks. Like blood is gushing out of his head from the glass bottle that hit him. So then I put on my phone.
He got hit by a bunch of shots and a bottle to the face.
And a beer bottle. To the
Poor
top
guy.
of the head. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking over his face and Curtis is there. He's like, yo, Chris, how is it, man? What's it look like? And I'm like, first I'm like in his face and then I go up to it and bro, as his heart's beating, it's like boom, bloop, bloop. And I'm like
you could see his cranium.
Like, yo, bro. I'm like, Kurt, it's good, baby. You're fine. Don't worry. It's literally a nick.
You're good. You're good. It's a superficial scratch.
He doesn't know how bad it really was unless he listens to this podcast. But then the police show up. We hear guns outside. Then there's gas grenades in the street. And then that's when everybody kind of cleared out. And bro, we just ran out of there. And legit, it looked like a zombie movie when we came outside. There was just broken everything all over the place. There was blood on the walls, smashed bottles over the place. We ran to our cars. We jumped in. I actually was sitting across like three people's lap because we were just trying to get out there as fast as possible. And we scooted off back to the hotel. And we got back. And we were just like, wow. I'm like, yo, Steve, now it's time for a Presidente. I need to relax. Fucking
decompress what I just experienced.
I walked in there like just like Garry said. I walked in there. I was just like, I gotta have my wits about me right now. Like this. There's a lot of funky people and things going on around here. I need to be sharp.
Yeah. Dude, that's like the scariest situation you could ever be in. When it's like mobs of people going crazy. Because they just like
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you're good at.
They feed off that energy, and they like try to one up each other. That's how like when they beat up people and do like gang beatings.
Yeah.
Usually the guy that gets beat up ends up like almost dead. It's crazy.
Yeah. Definitely damaged.
When Conor and Khabib fought, I happened to be there. And
in the crowd?
We were in like not in the crowd. We were in like some box. Somebody had, I don't remember.
Oh shit! I remember that you were dressed really dapper that day, right?
Yeah. And then
he's like, yeah, what a waste.
Everybody fucking started fighting, and I was like, yeah, we're not leaving until this is fucking settled down. I'm like, I'm not fucking we're staying right behind this door.
We're gonna be here for a while, guys.
Dude.
Yeah.
Fuck that, man.
And you know what's crazy? That event had like so many high-profile people in the front row.
Yeah, probably.
Like so many celebrities and like people in the government.
Yeah.
Crazy.
What's up with McGregor? Is he healed up yet?
Dude, he's not in the USADA pool, and he looks fucking yoked.
Good for him.
So I have two theories, and you guys let me know what you think. I have two theories. The first one is that he took some steroids to heal for like his broken foot or ankle, or he took steroids to look fucking huge in the Roadhouse movie.
He's in the Roadhouse movie?
Dude, he's a co-star. He's Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah, he's like Jake Gyllenhaal's co-star, and it's here in the Dominican Republic. Like I passed by the thing that says Roadhouse, so they actually built a club on the beach called Roadhouse, like from scratch. It's crazy.
Wow. When's the last time? When's the last time you guys watched the original Roadhouse?
About 2 years ago. It holds up.
Never.
It holds up.
I just see highlights of fucking Chuck Norris roundhouse kicking people in the face, and that's pretty much it.
Chuck Norris is not in that movie.
It's Patrick Swayze. It's fucking actually.
Oh, I thought you were talking about. Didn't Chuck Norris do anything with Roadhouse? No. Or am I being retarded and thinking of something different? What did Chuck Norris do? Walker, Texas Ranger. I'm sorry. I'm fucking
Walker,
retarded. I was
yeah,
thinking of the same
Walker.
thing. Yeah, no, I
Also,
haven't seen the
also
original
chill.
Roadhouse.
Oh,
I
no,
was thinking
Roadhouse
Bro.
is fucking awesome.
Patrick Swayze kicks ass and makes sweet love.
Yeah.
I
God
mean,
bless.
nothing gets better than that.
That's one of the
definitely watch.
that's one of the most magical penetration scenes I've ever seen in any movie.
Most magical penetration scenes. I just want to make some of these quotes need to be
we
immortalized.
need to clip that. Clip that.
That and I'm in the DR. Everybody there is a fucking professional MLB pitcher. Throwing
Bro,
Yeah,
you-
you guys are the best throwers in the world.
you see a bottle like far as fuck, and then all of a sudden it fucking hooks. It curves up on your face.
Dude, amazing quotes today by Chris for sure.
What?
Ugh.
Are you guys comic book nerds?
Actually, a little bit. I
here and
was.
there.
Did you guys see Black Adam?
No.
No, I never even heard of it. Is that a comic book? I literally never even heard of that guy.
Yeah, well, I mean, you guys know that it's The Rock playing it, right?
I know it's The Rock. Yeah.
The ending, the post credit, that's probably like the best part in the movie. But I'm
Okay.
not gonna spoil
Not
it.
gonna
for
ruin
you
it for
guys,
us?
so.
Dude, you
God
can't
bless
bring
it.
that up. You can't fucking do that. I mean, I'm
Are you
actually never gonna watch it, but I'm definitely people who are listening to this will.
I'll probably watch it. Was it a good movie though?
Yeah, it's entertaining.
Okay.
And
I
he
watch
did-
most of the comic book movies I watch. They're usually pretty good. I'll tell you what. You know which one I didn't like? I didn't like the Asian one that they made. What the fuck was it called? Did you watch it?
the rings of like the Shang-Chi something?
Yeah.
The 10 rings?
Here's why I didn't like it. I didn't like it because now to be fair, obviously all kinds of shit is bullshit in these movies. But it's like it's like the shit that's bullshit, like at least give it like a mythical story that makes mythical sense.
Right.
Does that make any sense?
Yes.
Right? Like
Mhm.
so in that story, you've got the main character, which is the guy,
Mhm.
and then he has a sister.
Yep.
Okay. And the sister somehow, this is just the most absurd thing. I'm okay. I'm not like a person who's like, oh man, a chick, like, I don't watch Wonder Woman and go, oh man, a chick could never fucking kick a dude's ass. No. That's not what I'm saying.
That's me. That's what I do.
The problem is,
You leave that to
whatever.
Chris.
You want to make a fucking female fucking superhero, you want to make a female that's super tough and beats the shit out of men, fine. Okay, I'll give you. It's a fucking comic book or it's a fucking superhero, no problem. But here's the issue. He spends his whole life, the main character, like in ninja training, okay? And the chick, like his sister, just watches. And then like occasionally does some like katas in the garage, okay?
Mhm.
And somehow, years later, he comes back and she beats the shit out of him. What do you mean? She was never allowed to train. Like her father wouldn't let her train. She just watches and like, oh yeah, she's just that good that she never trained ever, and fucking suddenly she's beating the shit out of the guy. Like
She started late in
I'm
life.
not
Gary.
buying it. Give me a reason why she's beating the shit out of this guy.
Gary,
That's
she
all
started-
I want.
She started
Gary,
late in
she's-
life.
She's just smarter. She's smarter than him,
Oh
and
my
she
Hey,
just took
God.
it
hey,
in.
bro.
She didn't have to.
Hey, bro.
You don't have to do
Work-
it.
Yo, Gary, ever heard of this? Work smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
Girls
okay.
girls are more mature. They don't even need to. They can read a book and be better at jujitsu or whatever. That's just
I don't know.
No,
I don't even know if got to
I
the
know what
end
you're
of
talking
it.
about. I agree though. Like tickle my balls a little bit. Make me believe this is like
Yeah.
something's really
Give
happening.
me
Like
something.
I don't want.
Give me a reason why
something.
she's a fucking badass. That's all I want to know. Like,
No,
tell
I
me why.
agree.
Why is she beating the shit out of him? You know what I mean? Please tell me.
How is she better? Why? Why? Is she
Yeah,
better?
just like, give me a real story behind it. Fuck.
Yeah. Tell me she was like staying up all night training and he didn't know it.
Yeah.
And I agree. I hate when they're just like they treat you like you're dumb. Like there's no rationale to it. Oh, it's a fantasy, so we say go. Like,
Okay,
Speaking
so,
of-
sell me
so I
on
speaking
got,
of, like,
I got a
woke-ish-
question.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I have a question for you, Gary. Now that you're like You actually opened up that you don't like female superheroes or anything female related.
All right.
What
That's
is
how anybody's gonna interpret this. For
what?
sure.
Clip that one. Clip
That's
that. Put it out there.
I'm gonna cut that
That's-
promo.
That's a clip. That's a clip.
What, if any, is your favorite female, maybe not like hero, but action star, or not action star, but maybe movie where a female chick is a badass?
I got it. I got mine.
Movie. Oh, probably Kill Bill for sure. I mean,
Oh, that's a good one.
Kill.
Yeah, that's a good one. I wasn't even
pretty
thinking of that
tough.
one. Chris?
Yeah. I got Mila Jovovich in the Resident Evil movies.
Oh yeah, she's good.
I love those movies.
Oh,
She's
fuck
so hot.
yeah. God, yeah,
Yeah.
dude. She's fucking awesome.
You know which
Dude,
one is
there's
mine?
a
Good
move
in
that she hit. There's a move that she hit where she slides. I don't remember which Resident Evil it is, but they're in a bathroom and like fucking all the shower heads have like exploded and like the whole fucking room is wet. So like obviously, and she's fucking smoking hot. She's just fucking all wet and shit. And she's got
And
these
naked.
two fucking
And
zombies.
naked?
I don't think she's naked, but she's got these two fucking zombies she's trying to fucking kill or whatever. And she goes down to two knees and slides like underneath the fucking zombies with her fucking fuck, sorry, I forgot. There was like a shotgun that she made out of like quarters. Like she she collected like, I don't even know if this is like even plausible, but she collects like a roll of quarters or something and like loads it into a fucking shotgun and like fucking slides
Fucking
underneath
bang.
and kills these fucking zombies with him. And I remember one time I was in fucking sparring. I was sparring this guy named Adam. And Adam was like just freakishly tall, but specifically in his legs. And I was like a kid at the time. This is like years ago when I didn't even know what the fuck I was doing. I was like 19 or something like that. And just like, I would just show up to sparring. Nobody taught me anything, like zero striking, nothing. I only knew jiu-jitsu. And I'm sparring Adam, and big gangly Adam comes fucking like a tarantula fucking walking over to me, trying to hit me with something. And I tried to hit the move. I fucking slid underneath on two knees.
And you hit his balls with your forehead.
And then, just like that. And he was like, "What the fuck was that?"
And Garrett's like, and I immediately got stepped in my face.
Gary, you asshole! You hit me in the nuts. I'm gonna tell Sensei.
He actually got kicked out of the gym one day because he fucking like viciously attacked me and like threw me into a wall.
Before or after you pulled that move on him?
Yeah, he was pissed.
I would imagine young Garry was kind of probably a pain in the ass. So
for sure.
he probably got on his nerves quite a bit.
No doubt.
Mila Jovovich was dope in Fifth Element too. That was another heroine.
Shit,
she was a heroine there
really
too. That one was cool because she was like supposed to be like the perfect being. That one made sense.
Yo, what about Underworld with Kate Beckinsale?
Oh yeah, Underworld series is sick.
Those are sick.
And you know what's crazy about her is that she dated Pete Davidson, which makes her seem like attainable. It's like, no, I could like if that fucking short could date her, then shit.
Did you guys hear the social? It was going around social media for a little bit. I don't remember exactly who it was. It was one of the guys. What's that?
Charlemagne.
Yes. And he was talking about Kanye like trying to get Charlemagne to like get on board with like attacking Pete Davidson, and Charlemagne was like, bro, like, you know, you got to understand, like, I'm like a persona, and like Pete Davidson's been on, he's like my friend, and like this, that, and the other thing. Like, I'm not really like trying to attack this. Like, I'm not part of this fucking thing that you guys got going on. Like, I'm not. And then Kanye like gets so frustrated with the situation that he goes, you got like, you know, there's a white guy with a fucking like 12 stick fucking my girl, and like you won't help me.
yeah, and then Charlemagne's like, and then he repeats himself. You got this white boy with a 10-inch dick trying to fuck my wife. Right, he's like, oh, that's too much.
Charlemagne's like, I'm not getting involved with that.
Yeah,
that's your business, bro. I'm not getting.
It's like, how the fuck would Kanye know that this guy has such a big dick?
What an incredible fucking. Oh wow. So good.
I feel like celebrities really lost their minds during COVID, like during the pandemic, because like they weren't getting attention, and they've just been really wild ever since. They've been the shit that they've been coming out with has been absolutely insane.
Oh man.
Oh, so you know what my number one movie is, where I like I lost my shit over I thought that she was super sexy, by the way. The Long Kiss Goodnight with Samuel Jackson, and her name is Gina
Davis. Gina Davis.
I think it's Gina Davis.
Gina Davis, yeah. Gina Davis. Gina Davis
Yes.
is hot.
But
Yeah.
Back in the day, like that's when she was like
that
young.
movie specifically. Yeah, I know
And
that.
she was
That's
like,
the movie.
Gary, you have to see this movie.
She's tall. She's real tall.
Right.
I haven't seen this movie, but you just gave me. You know how I'm trying to remember his name now. Who Eddie Murphy. You know how Eddie
He's a
Murphy
Beetlejuice.
you know how Eddie Murphy starred in movies where he was every character?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I would love to see the same thing with Samuel L. Jackson. Specifically, I want to see Samuel L. Jackson play female characters. I just think it would be the most incredible. Like, it might not make a whole movie. Like, maybe we just make like 20 minutes of like a little skit. I don't know what the fuck, but it would just be fucking incredible to watch Samuel L. Jackson just.
The Nutty
Professor.
Professor.
It's basically going to be the same guy for every character.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, that would be dope.
Like, we've literally never seen Samuel L. Jackson play anything but get these motherfucking snakes. You know what I mean? Like,
he's got to be the most typecasted guy in Hollywood. That's a good point. He always plays the same guy.
Dude, and the thing about him is he does like 50 movies a year.
Yeah.
So that motherfucker gets work.
Between him and what's the one white guy that fucking Nicolas Cage. He's in just fucking everything, no matter how bad it is.
Did you see that new one he did where he's actually playing himself?
No, but I heard it's great.
It's like a comedy satire. It's if you have to be in the mindset. Like I watched it like it was gonna actually be a movie, and then 30 minutes in, I'm like, oh no, this is a satire. It's off the fucking wall. He really throws himself under the bus. I'm impressed with how much he's able to make fun of himself.
Dude, he's incredible. Every single one of those fucking insane movies. I was reading some interview of his, and he's just like, because he basically, like, it sounded like, I forget what the reason was, but he got in some money trouble for something. I think the story he made was like somebody was sick with cancer or something. He was trying to fucking pay for their bills or whatever. But either way, he goes, listen, man, I didn't fucking phone it in for any of those movies. And goddamn right he didn't. Like, when you watch any of those movies, he is the most enthusiastic fucking character.
He fucking goes in.
He goes.
He is one of the Tom Cruise too. The fucking overacting, like he's the king. Like he's always been like that. He just super duper overreacts.
Dude, did you guys see Top Gun 2? I fucking
loved
that movie.
Fucking awesome. Fucking awesome, dude. I'm looking at pictures of Gina Davis. She was hot, dude. Good call.
I'm telling you, yeah. And how she turns from like a housewife, and then she turns into like a stone cold killer. I love that movie.
Maverick. I watched it on an airplane, and I'm sitting next to a lady, and she put it on like before me, because she put it on before we took off. I don't like to do that because then like you hear the announcement, you don't hear the movie, and you got to kind of stop and wait. So I waited till we took off. So she was like the worst. So she's like 15 minutes ahead of me. So she finishes the movie. I'm still watching. It's like the big scene at the end with everything going on. And when you're in an airplane watching that, you feel like you're in a cockpit. So like I'm in there and I'm watching.
You're
the
like
movie
bobbing
and
and weaving.
Oh, exactly. And I'm like, oh, and I keep going. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And then after the movie's over, I'm like, I'm really sorry about that. You know, she goes, oh no, the movie's awesome. I just watched it. And I was like, was it your first time? She goes, yeah. She's like, it was really good. I'm like, yeah. Okay, because I was literally like, oh.
It was, dude, it was sick. I loved it.
Speaking of what you were just speaking about, it's so fucking weird that we even go through any of these protocols on the airplane anymore. Like, is anybody that is responsible for the aircraft actually under the impression that any of us, even if we're doing absolutely nothing, are actually paying attention and listening to anything they're saying before we take off? You know what I mean? Like, fine, make the regulation that they have to say it. But like,
Yeah.
really, we're gonna make it so that like you can't watch a movie and it's got to be interrupted while they're fucking doing their spiel. It's just like, listen, do your fucking spiel. But if I want to fucking like, if I have my own personal headphones, I don't have to listen.
Fuck you, yeah.
So what's the point? What's the point?
Some of them will ask you like, sir, like, whoa, fuck off. Like,
Get the fuck out of here.
and I feel like it's gotten longer too. The shit that they say in the beginning of the flight is getting longer and longer for no good reason.
Yeah.
Dude, a friend of mine sent me a clip from Instagram that said Spirit Airlines it has gone straight hood, and the pilot had a neck tattoo and like a do-rag.
Shit.
Have you guys flown Spirit? Is it like
not in a while, but
is it like a ghetto? Is it like ghetto? Like a
well, it
ghetto
just got bought by JetBlue.
Spirit is like a discount airline as well as JetBlue.
Yeah, but Spirit's a bitch because it like you have to pay for everything. Like you got to pay for your seat. Like every seat.
It's a discount airline. It's a discount airline if you're like traveling with no bags and like.
They like honey dick you. They're like $50 for a flight, and then once you get there, they're like, oh, but you're wearing long pants.
Seats 15.
Long pants are 25 more.
And like their bag limit, so for most flights you get a 50-pound limit on your bag if you're going to check it. For them, it's like a 40-pound limit. You know what I mean? They try to find every.
They try to fuck you.
Pay for carry-on. I think you have to pay for carry-on.
Oh no, you do. You definitely have to pay for carry-on.
1,000%. That's fucking nuts.
1,000%. I'm just adding on to the shit that in addition to having to pay for your fucking carry-on, you also have to pay for like checked luggage that weighs less than normal planes limits for checked luggage.
I'm a JetBlue snob. If I'm not flying JetBlue, I'm pissed because I get my 2 carry-ons and I never check a bag. I got a little more space on my seats. Drink for free. JetBlue for me.
Nice. Hey, did you guys see what Elon Musk said about the verifications? How he's gonna charge a fee, and then the people that have multiple pronouns he's gonna charge them extra.
Yeah,
did he actually say that? I saw
like everybody that has multiple pronouns will be charged multiple rates or
whether it's a troll or
he's trolling the woke. It's hilarious. Like
whether it's a troll or not,
he gives no fucks.
I love it.
But honestly, the idea of like paying for verification or whatever the case may be, I don't think it's that terrible of an idea. Like I think we're so used to everything being like free or whatever the case may be, but I also think that a big part of like what makes everybody make all these fucking fake accounts and all this fucking bullshit is like it doesn't mean anything. Like anybody can fucking do it, right? You know what I mean? So like all of a sudden now you got to pay money to do it, and it's like, well, yeah, I'm not gonna fucking get charged X amount of dollars per month to make this fucking fake. You know what I mean? I think it'll make it more likely that people are like legitimate with the things that they do.
Yeah, if the barrier to entry is $100 a year, then that's okay. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I think it's like $8 a month.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Sure.
Have you guys been hearing me cough a lot? Or is it? I've been trying to close my mouth not to like do it near the mic, but
no, your voice sounds sexier though. It's got like a little more. You got a deep voice anyway, but now it's like real baritone.
Maybe I should try and get sick every week before the pod.
Just go to Jersey a lot.
I know exactly what to do. All right. Well, guys.
Oh no.
It's been real.
I think I lost the audio.
Feel better,
Gary.
boy.
The headphones
Gary, you need to get Chris's setup.
Audio. It's so weird.
Dude, Chris had the shittiest setup before, like when we first started, and now he has the best setup. And his lighting. Bro, your lighting is unreal.
I got a job and they sent me all the equipment.
What about the lighting?
They sent me everything. They sent me the mic, the stand, the lighting setup, everything. And I got a new computer.
Send me the links for the lighting that you have.
Okay.
Or they just sent it to you. You don't know what it is?
No, I'll let you know. I can get it.
Yeah. You're not gonna fucking one up us.
Isn't your birthday coming up
Yeah, on Monday.
next week? Yeah, I saw that on my calendar yesterday, and I
Aw.
thought, Frankie B Day.
Yeah, there you go. I'm sure
14th.
Gary had that in mind too.
Yeah, we talked about it before we got on air.
Gary got disconnected with that fucking ghetto ass setup he has.
Now his setup is whack.
Gary, we love you. We can't hear you, but we still love you.
Peace, dog.
Peace.
I move.
All right, Frank, you feel better, bro.
For no
Thanks, man.
man.
Bye.
No man.